Hey, 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 my friends. Welcome back to Unicorn Dust Designs. We are going to do a few fall upcycles today, and we're going to start with this frame. I got it from Whatnot, and I actually thought I was going to use it as is, but the gold was a little bit too bright for what I want to put on my walls. So I decided we're going to upcycle her. So I cleaned her off, and then we're going to take Black Velvet by DIY Paints. Black Velvet is more of a charcoal color, and Little Black Dress is going to be more of a true black. I'm using a chippy brush. Chippy brushes are cheap and inexpensive, whatever word you want to use. And I swear by them. They get into all of these beautiful details and they make painting so easy. I ended up doing two coats on this, one messy coat, and then my second coat I stippled on the paint so that I would not see the brush strokes. Now I'm going to wet distress. So I am taking a baby wipe, and the more pressure that you put down on the paint, the more paint is going to lift up. You could use a paper towel, but I find with paper towels, it leaves a lot of that like linty residue on the piece. So I prefer to use baby wipes. And I like doing it this way instead of doing the like gold wax on top, because it was already gold on the bottom, and it makes it look different. It really does. It does. Just trust me. Okay, now as I go around, I'm going to hit all the tops of the details. I'm not going to hit any of the smooth parts of the frame. I just want those beautiful details to pop out of the frame. And this just, it brings it to life, just like it would with wax. Once we're done with the wet wipe, or baby wipe, you're going to see that there are there's splotchiness going on. Where we use that baby wipe, you see how it's lighter than the rest of the color paint. Now, to fix that, we are going to grab our black DIY wax. This is not only going to deepen the color of our paints, but it's also going to get rid of the blotchiness, and it's also going to seal the paint as well. So you can already see what a difference it's doing in the color of the paint from the top to the bottom that we're working on. And then as I go through my sections, I'm going to wipe back the excess wax. I more so do this just for dry time. If I were to leave a bunch of that wax on there, it would take forever for it to cure. So I like to wipe it back, and that's it, you guys. I'm going to pop that picture in there that I got. This is from Whimsy Curio, by the way, on Etsy, Angel. She actually has a YouTube channel on here. And this turned out so good. It ended up being cracked on the side. I don't know if that happened during shipping or what. So this is going to stay in my personal collection, and I'm going to use it for Halloween. Now, this is a very easy one, you guys, and I am using my girl, Brandy, the DIY Struggles transfers. I want you guys to know that Brandy is here on YouTube, the DIY Struggle, and she is an entrepreneur, you guys. She owns her own business. This is not like a big box thing. Like, she ain't getting these from anywhere else. She is designing these herself, getting them from manufacturers. And if you can go show her some support by visiting her YouTube or her website, thediystruggle.com, I know that you guys will love her. And I want to note that IOD doesn't have full transfers. Okay, so I'm going to take this off. I'm using a cheese crock, you guys. And her transfers cling just like the IOD ones do as well. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take a popsicle stick with these just because it's a smaller surface that I'm working with. And I am going to push down as I peel up. Hers cling to the surface very, very well. So be careful when you put it down because it's going to cling like that. And now instead of using our carrier sheet like I do with my other transfers, we're just going to use our finger to rub down on that transfer, which she notes in her packaging. After that, I'm going to take some floral foam, which I need to get more of. I need to get more floral foam ASAP. And we're going to stick that down in there. I'd never hot glue anything. I want people to be able to take this out and interchange it if they want. I'm going to use all Dollar Tree florals, and I am just going to make a cute, fun arrangement. All of the pieces that I used were full enough so that I didn't have to use Spanish moss to kind of like fill in the negative spots. And this is just a fun, easy upcycle, you guys. I find cheese crocks all the time at Savers, and they're always on Whatnot as well if you've been thrifting on Whatnot. And look at how cute this turned out. Again, you guys, fall transfers we don't get through IOD. So if you are a fall lover, then go visit Brandy at the DIYstruggle.com and get some of these beautiful fall transfers from her. And here is our last one, you guys. I did make these last year, but maybe we have some new people that have not seen it. And so what I'm doing is I'm taking these wood round discs, and I think these come in a 4-pack at Hobby Lobby. And I'm going to drill a hole in the disc. Then I'm taking these wood dowels. You can get these at Hobby Lobby or Walmart, and the styrofoam heads, which you could get either place as well. I'm going to take these dog nail clippers. I get this at Dollar Tree, and I'm going to cut down that wood dowel. I just want it high enough where the whatever fabric I'm using isn't completely hanging on the table. So I'm going to keep cutting that down. Then we're going to take some hot glue, and we're going to at least adhere the head. I am not gluing the dowel to the base. And the reason I do that is because, one, then people can take it apart and they can easily store them. And two, it's easier to ship that way as well. And once I'm done with that, then I'm going to take vintage material. So I'm going to take a handkerchief, an old handkerchief, and then a old what is this? Tablecloth. And I'm going to lay that on top. Now, I find the more layers you use, the better these ghosts look. And then we are going to cut this. You can see I'm eyeballing this, you guys. There's no measuring. Just have fun with it, okay? I know my OCD people over there. Just let it go and just cut, okay? You don't have to measure this out. It can be rough. It can be all up, down, sideways. It doesn't matter. I promised that this tablecloth had a bunch of stains on it. Then I'm going to take a second one, and I got this fabric from Old Bliss Mercantile on Whatnot. It's such a beautiful vintage fabric. And I'm going to cut that again, just eyeballing it. Then I'm going to take a piece of twine. I'm first going to tie it off at the base of that styrofoam head. And then I take some fabric strips just to kind of, doll it up a little bit. You could add buttons to this. I mean, whatever you want. Accessorizing is where we have fun. I'm going to take the permanent marker. I'm going to draw eyes on there. You can also use buttons for this part as well, or even rhinestones, up to you. And this is how they turned out. Thank you guys for hanging out with me for this fall video. I am trying my best to be on here as much as possible, but it is challenging, you guys. But I'm showing up and I'm doing my best, and I hope you guys hang around and you watch the content that I am putting out. Comment below which one was your fave.